Hello, welcome to another video. Today we have something else. It's not a Gwen player, but it's still a solo player. And it's a very interesting game because it basically is a matchup which is very bad for the Haste Bloodfang I've shown in the other video. And here on the screen we can see the two heroes which will be in this video and in this game. So on the left side there's the hero which I'll play. It is Bloodfang. It's an Woven shadow hero. And on the right side we will see Jericho, Spellbane, which is a human hero in the hero class of priests. And both have very different effects, and I will read the effects for you and explain you what they mean. So Bloodfang has the effect pay 5 shadow energy. Target ally in your hand is summoned at no cost, and if that ally is a Wolven ally, it gains +1 at base attack and +1 health. So what does that mean? That means if we have 5 shadow energy, we can activate the hero ability with the cost of that 5 shadow energy. And we can pick any Wolven ally in our hand, and no matter how much the cost of that card is, on the top left-hand side, which we'll usually pay with resources of our turn. This time, if we activate this ability, we will pay no resources, and it is summoned without any costs, at no cost. And so that's why in my deck there are a lot of big allies which usually require high resources and have a high cost. But with the ability, you can basically summon them for free and can play a lot of other cards in the same turn to get a huge momentum going. And yeah, that's about my deck. The second hero has the ability for shadow energy. Target friendly hero or ally has all enemy attachments and negative effects removed, or as a second option, target attachment is removed. So the first option is generally used in order to remove the negative effects and the enemy attachment from your own hero or allies. So it's basically like it's basically to get rid of any annoying and limiting attachments from your opponent. And the second option is rather a general tool in order to remove any attachment on the battlefield. It can also be an attachment, for example, on an item. And this ability has widely different use cases. And this hero is also very versatile, how we can see, for example, in huge big piles like the one from RS Hello. He was participating in the World Championship recently. But this deck is of that player in this match, like of the player in this video, is more a solo approach. So what the deck basically does is it has a win condition, which is an artifact which says each time an attachment is summoned, all opposing heroes lose 1 health. And also he has another attachment in his deck which says each time you remove an attachment you heal 2 or 3 damage or something. And yeah, you can imagine there's also another attachment that he can summon and remove and resummon again and again. And that combo basically is his game plan. And it's very effective against my deck because mine relies on attachments in order to get card draw basically with Confluence of Fate. But you will see that also in the match. So without further ado, I would say let's jump right into it. Hello. So here we have the match. We see that the priest player has a big deck and I have a standard 44 cards deck. I draw Blood Moon, and I sack card. Draws another card. Sacks 2 resources and plays Incense of Atonement. So this is the artifact. Whenever an attachment is summoned, all opposing heroes take 1 arcane damage. Okay, I draw Relentless Savage. I play Blood Moon, so it lasts 3 turns, and at the end of each turn, if my hero doesn't have stealth, I will draw 1 card. Like we see here, I draw the Woven Prophet. Now he plays Divine Connection, the attachment. So basically this attachment allows all attachments of the of Kohen Gadol to be to cost 1 less. Okay, I play a Woven Predator. He can attack regardless of Protector or Stealth. I draw Eye of the Dark Forest. He sacks a card to 3 and plays Confluence of Fate. This will give him a draw engine, and next turn he can also activate his hero ability. Yeah. If he played Lingering Essence, which is an attachment, which says each time he casts an attachment, each time he removes an attachment, he heals 3 damage. Okay, I play Woven Prophet to seek an attachment because I have the same number of maximal resources than my opponent. I will draw it directly. And I chose Captured Prey. I didn't know at that time that my opponent is a solo deck and doesn't have any creatures. So yeah, I mean, just to be sure to have something against fatties. Yeah, and here I'm attacking his face, getting some damage in. And next turn, yeah, like on his turn now, he can activate his hero ability with Shadow Energy. And I will be able to activate my hero ability 2 next turn. Okay, he targets that, so that the Woven Prophet goes back to the deck and Relentless Savagery is going to the graveyard. I sack that card. I select Woven Crusher to be casted at no cost. And yeah, he will just be summoned and will not exile any ally because the opponent has no ally with cost 3 or less to exile, and it's like an optionally thing to do. So you can still cast Crusher of the Week, although there is no ally with cost 3 or less. Okay, I get much damage in. Get him down to 13. will draw 2 cards because of Confluence of Fate and Midnight Howl, which I played this turn. He plays Thane Scholar. So basically we see he has some allies, but not many. And I guess I didn't see it in this match, but I think he has those allies because first Thane Scholar he benefits from having attachments, and second, I guess Kohen Gadol also has many attachments to attach on one ally at once, so that you can so that you can have a very buffed small weenie, so it gets to a fatty and can suddenly control the bot. Yeah, but here I'm killing Zane Scholar and attacking in for some damage. Yeah, here we see we attack and get him down to 10. Now he's drawing cards and plays Tidal Wave to kill all allies. I mean, it doesn't affect him much because he doesn't have any allies on board, and is relatively you can say he's a solo deck. Although he has allies, but he doesn't use them that much. Okay, I play Crusher of the Week. Again, play with Midnight Howl to get more damage in. Yeah, and you will see, this is like the last damage I will get in, because after that, what basically happens is I do not get any more haste cards, and he'll just heal a tremendous amount of health because he will remove my Confluence of Fate, and therefore he heals 3 damage. He goes up to 7, and so he goes out of the range of the fatal 6 damage points from Crush of the Week if I would summon him with an haste attachment. And yeah, this is very unfortunate. I play the Location and Eye of the Dark Forest. Well, Woven Tinker, get something on the board, get pressure in. Yeah, activate the Location's ability for 0 shadow energy and summon Captured Prey to disable his Zayden Scholar. Yeah, I think he's not going to sack anything because the 5 resources cap will allow him anyways to play Tidal Wave in very bad situations, so he can still clear the board, and I mean he doesn't need anything else, right? And I mean his win condition is not to get any allies on board himself. His win condition is rather to summon all the attachments in order to drain me down with his artifact. Capture Prey. I think here I should have selected an haste attachment. Maybe like another Midnight Hole or something. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, what do you want to do with Jericho having the ability to destroy an attachment at any time? So he can heal to 10 10 health anyways. So I think at this point the match is over. Yeah. He draws a lot of cards because he plays attachments on his hero and Confluence of Fate, which is attached to him, which you may saw earlier. It draws as many cards as many attachments you summoned at that same turn. Phonaxio. Yeah. Basically what now happens is he got his, his angel with a 2/6 ally with arcane damage. And it says that all arcane damage is increased by 1. That means anytime he summons an attachment, I get 2 damage instead of 1 damage. Eye of the Dark Forest. See, he got the Straw Engine going, and Onaxio is going for Onaxio. The attachment is going to his hand. Yeah, here I'm playing that, and I play Eye of the Dark Forest's ability to get rid of the Justica Angel, Justica Illusia. I always thought it's called Angel, but yeah, well, it's not called Angel. Tidal Wave. Yeah, I think I would definitely have had better chances if I would have seeked for haste attachments instead of those board control attachments, because I mean I don't need them in this match, right? Against a player with nearly no allies in his deck. Like I just saw 2 different allies in his deck. Nothing else. Well, the problem here is also if I summon a fatty now and try to attack him with haste, it will not work because he has the Holy Shield attachments, which says the next damage your hero gets is reduced to 0 damage, and because I don't think I can get any damage in with a non-haste ally at any time soon, because he will try everything to control it, to permit it. See, yeah, opposing allies have -1 attack. That means my Woven Prophet has 0 attack, and I cannot attack him to get rid of his shield. So that's a very clever play. Yeah, and given that I can't play anything with haste and get damage in without getting rid of his shield first. So basically you need to have some more attachments. Well, okay, I can play Relentless Savagery, and that gives my Woven ally +2. So I can remove his shield now. You see, if it attacks now, it gets 0 damage in, but the attachment goes to the graveyard. So maybe it would have been beneficial if I've seeked for an haste attachment. Okay, I'm drawing a haste attachment now. But, you see at that point, he's already on 14 health. He healed up to 14 health. See, and he heals up to 17 health, and he can remove my Confluence of Fate attachment or what. And heals another 3 damage, and I mean, at that point, it's clear that, yeah, it's very hard to get fatal damage in. I mean, he seems to have problems with his problems with getting his draw engine going. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. But if that would have been the case, I might have had um, a chance, but very unlikely. Yeah, so you can see also it is a very bad matchup for my deck. Just because, yeah, if I summon an attachment, I get 1 damage. If he summons an attachment, I get 1 damage. If his attachments cost 1 resource less, or each first attachment he summons, I think, or was it every attachment? I don't know. But yeah, he also has a tremendous draw engine, Confluence of Fate, which I also have, and which with each attachment he summons, he also draws cards, and he will find ways to eliminate the danger of my allies. Yeah, and this is the OP attachment, Embers of the Just. You'll just be able to summon the attachment, to remove the attachment. See, remove the attachment with this hero ability in order to heal 3 damage and get damage in at the same time on the allies. And yeah, we'll just completely obliterate my board, and I will not have any chance to win here. Very hard. I think the best strategy here would have been to sack all the board control attachments like Captured Prey and the Death from Above abilities early on, and just have 1 or 2, and just leave the Eye of the Dark Forest ones, and summon the fatties with the hero ability or with normal resources as fast as possible, and only seek for haste attachments with the Woven Prophet in order to give the fatties haste and get like 6 damage in per turn, and like over the course of like 4 turns or something, you would have got the opponent down by a lot of damage. And maybe it wasn't a good idea to play Confluence of Fate. Maybe I should have played Blood Moon. I mean, in a normal match against Jericho, it's still worthy to summon Confluence of Fate. But now, like, additionally with his artifact, which gives me 1 damage per attachment summoned, it becomes kind of a drawback to use Confluence of Fate as the match's draw engine on my side, and it would have been better to just rely on the draw abilities of Tinker and Blood Moon. I think that would have been the option which would hurt less. But on the other hand, also it is to say that he can easily destroy Blood Moon because it's an artifact and like an item. Yeah, it's an item, and he has Focused Prayers, I think it's called, which costs 3 resources and is an ability to destroy target enemy item. Yeah. You see with Fang, I was able to increase all the attack values of all my allies by 1 on my turn, and with that I was able to get some more damage in, but yeah, it's just hopeless. And at this point, I also already gave up the match when I passed the turn. So he'll play his things, and when he passes the turn to me, he will, yeah, the match will end because I'm already disconnected. Yeah, I also already thought around that turn he would kill me lethal. Yeah, just watching to enjoy how bad the matchup is, in my view. Yeah, and that's it. That's the match. Okay, and we have a winner. Jericho is the winner of this match. And yeah, it was very hard for my Bloodfang to get enough damage in early on before he was able to use his combo with Lingering Essence, um, Incense of Atonement, and his hero ability, which removes attachments, and in combination of Lingering Essence heals 3 damage per attachment removed. And on my side, yeah, I was relying on the draw engine of Confluence of Fate and the all the attachments I summoned in order to draw cards. But as we saw, I may have done some things wrong, like to draw or to seek attachments like Captured Prey with my Woven Prophet, or to keep those in general if I draw them naturally, and also kept Death from Above, for example. I mean, it's all okay, but I think it would have been enough just to save 1 or 2, and because we saw that um, Jericho, the Jericho player, didn't summon as many allies, like only in total maybe 5 or 4 allies. So I should have made a discount of those abilities, like attachments and abilities, and rather should have seeked for haste attachments in order to um, get my fatties on the board and to give them haste and just to get a lot of damage in. Yeah, but anyways, with that option, Confluence of Fate would have also been like a killer for yeah, like a or a, how do you say it? Would have been like a shot in your own foot, like if you shoot in your own foot, because yeah, you're just basically relying on that draw engine, which also means that you're voluntarily um, taking damage. I should rather have been focusing on having draw effects by the Woven Tinker ally I have in my deck, or the Blood Moon item artifact, which draws 1 card at the end of my turn over the course of 3 turns after summoned. And yeah, that's about it. Maybe if I play against such a deck next time and if I played better, I will record it for another time and we can analyze again what has worked better and what the problems are still. Thank you for watching. I think I will post one video of Shadow Era gameplay per week, and yeah, I hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course to write in the comment section what you found should have been done different in the match and what your feelings were about this match.